Okay, looks like we're live. Hello there. Welcome. I'm Ursula Faye, creator of Ubanchi, which is expanded body and nervous system healing and integration work, and I am here with you courtesy of the 1 Million Meditators movement, which is beautiful to be a part of. So welcome and thank you for joining me. Whether you're popping in live or you're watching the recording at a later time, thank you so much for joining in. It's really great. Hello, Anna. Lovely to see you live. It doesn't matter when you join. It's all good. We're part of this, and you're helping to assist Israel. Beautiful to have people tuning in from Israel. Thank you. You're part of this and you're helping to amplify the efforts here. We're working in conjunction with the elemental energies. We're in alignment with Gaia's own purpose and plans and hopes for the future of this planet. So we're just helping assist, do some of this work, feed us some love, use our group energy to amplify the efforts. And thank you once again for joining me. As I trip over my tongue, let's get to it. So just allowing yourself to be here in this space for the few minutes that we have together, about 15 minutes, and just to let yourself land, feel yourself really present in your own body, kind of let the chatter and the thoughts in your head just go away for a little while. They'll be fine. And just if you can, direct your presence here into your heart space. Feel yourself present, notice your breath, notice where you're sitting, feel your connection to the floor. Just drop the rest of the day aside like a cloak you're just removing, letting that just fall aside for a minute. We've just got this time together. So feeling yourself connected deeply to the earth. I always anchor myself deeply into the crystal heart of the planet and reaching out throughout the planet, asking for the assistance of all of the beings and kingdoms at our disposal here, and reaching out, making sure we're anchored into source energy as well. As we call down, as I call down, the energies and codes at my disposal here, and let's get to assisting the planet, shall we? So I call in at this time all of the beautiful elemental energies associated with this planet. All those in what we know as the fairy realm, the ones who look after the plants, the animals, the birds, the waterways, the trees, and the quality of our air and the earth and the soil. So many working on our behalf to help keep our planet beautiful and lush and functioning and repaired from the damage that mankind's done over millennia. We seek not to judge, but to move forward and find better ways and allow inspiration to flow through us and to be put into action. As we're encouraged more and more to settle ever deeply into our heart space and to view and meet the world from there, discovering more compassion, firstly for ourselves, the life that's happening around and within us, and from there we can share that compassion, that knowledge, that love outwards. Just calling in and directing the violet flame, the light of transformation of the planet, the assistance of the emerald light codes, which is fundamental to the healing that must go on the planet, and the sapphire blue light, asking for the many light frequencies, the rays, to come in the right amounts to assist with integration and harmony and balance on the planet. All of the light codes currently pouring in, we acknowledge and accept, and are willing to do our part to assimilate them allowing the cells of our own bodies to open up to more light, to dissolve past conditioning, programming, trauma information, and density stored within the cells, and releasing them from all the particles of light, allowing more light, more truth, and more love to evolve, to flow through. Feel that light dropping in, filling up every cell. Feel it, the vibration of your cells increasing, feeling that light and that knowledge and wisdom. Feel it expanding out from you, from your cellular matrix. And we are each individually sharing that. We all have individual different sources of wisdom, little pieces that we bring to the earth at this time, to our own lives, to our families, to our own communities, and also to the wider community of earth as a whole. And as we move towards becoming global and intergalactic citizens, the time now, the work to do is to clean out and repair the damage, all of the junk files, the things that have been held onto that are not the truth, that are not needed anymore. Many lessons have been gone through many times, and there's really no need. We've absorbed the wisdom required, and it's time to let go of all the suffering, all the baggage attached with those lessons, those experiences. We can let them go. We're moving forward into new ways of being, a new time, a new era upon this beautiful planet. We need to attune our eyes, our visual matrix, to see more and more of the beauty, to screen out and discern from the noise and the clutter and the information that's simply not helpful and not assisting us. It's possibly leading us off track. Discern and filter through and look for and discover and find the pieces of information, the qualities of light, the frequencies that are attuned and in alignment to you and the life you choose to lead, that you wish to lead and are meant to come here to bring forth. This time of endless suffering, of constant oppression, its time is over, and we need to work together as a greater community of light to bring this through in small and in large ways. Not everyone has an enormous, meaningful role to play. What we each can bring, though, is important to bring through. And the beginning of self-responsibility, self-actualization is an important place to start from. It's a message I've received many times over the year, and it echoes more and more loudly as time goes on. This is very important work to clear out our own stories, our own systems, our own life. Look at the foundations upon which we're building our life, the clarity with which we're able to hold the amount of light, the amount of higher wisdom, how expansive we can be, how safe and how clear our capacity of our nervous system is. For this is at the core of what we can then do as an individual and as a part of the whole, as part of the larger matrix of souls intending to do well, to do good on this planet and during this time in this earthly human experience. For there are many involved with the well-being of animals, with the well-being of plants and the regeneration of the land, looking at our food supply and the quality of that, of our waterways, of cleaning the air, of providing and discovering sustainable, clean forms of energy, of housing, of solving problems of addiction, of violence in our communities, of poverty, of services and information, looking after children, teaching certain things. We all have something to bring, and it's important that we are allowed the time and space to nurture this, to, fan the little tiny embers, the glows of our dreams, and bring them to beautiful, full flame and add it. We each add our own threads to the vast tapestry of life on this planet. And those assisting us would like us to know that we're seen and we're acknowledged, and we're valued. What we do is appreciated and seen, and continue going. For each of us weaving immense fibres of light into the reality that's coming forward. And we need firstly to allow ourselves to receive before we can give it out. Too many are giving it away too much of themselves, and there is little left. And from this space, one is not well resourced to give anything of great quality and meaning. So first we must take some time to nurture ourselves, to build our own light, to build a solid foundation, to expand the capacity of our nervous systems, our connection to the greater nervous system of the planet, the collective space in which we live and are part of, and to not overwhelm and deplete ourselves. It's very important that we are not depleted, that we do not lose hope and give up, that we are still here to contribute our beautiful thoughts and feelings in our hearts. This contribution of light is important, and being able to focus our intentions a little further afield and on creating a better life is important and allowed. And dear ones, you deserve everything this beautiful planet has to offer you. We simply need to get the balance right and create more sustainable ways to enjoy this, and more sustainable ways to share of ourselves, for the depletion is present everywhere, both in the planet herself, in the systems we operate in, and in our own individual selves and lives. And this, dear ones, is the work of the moment, of replenishing, of resourcing, becoming clear and in alignment with where we'd like to go before we step out, before we share more than we have to give. We must be careful about how much we're expending in accordance to what we bring in. Take the moments, dear friends, each day when you can, to tune into the planet. Take notice of trees and plants and flowers around you, of any animals that come in. Tune in to the elements, to the energies sitting around us all the time that are part of the natural world in whatever way you can. And allow them to feed and nurture you. Allow yourself to receive their wisdom and their blessings and their pieces of information, of inspiration. Allow yourself to be filled and nurtured by the natural world, because then you can give back, because your cup won't be empty. You'll have something. There is so much to come through that they have to offer, so we need simply to find quiet space to listen. It's not as loud and as insistent as the world we've become attuned to, bright lights and colours and flashy noises and clamouring for our attention. We need to come down out of that range and just settle into a more simplistic level of being, so that we can allow in all that is good for us, all that is trying very hard at this time to reach us, and very interested in serving us and replenishing us. They see how depleted so many of us are, and they really wish to assist, because we are an important piece of the whole community contributing to life on this planet. And the human aspect is, even in our spiritual community of light, yes, the human component has often been overlooked. We think life happens to us, we just are at the mercy of, or not an important part, that things just happen to us. But we are here at this time, and we're placed in a very important position. We are part of the team. We also need to be taken care of, make sure our conditions are right, make sure we're not overworking ourselves, so that we can be valuable members of that team. We need to cooperate to find what it is that we are best suited to offer, and then to give that from a place of certainty, from comfort, from safety and confidence, and a willing, open, generous heart. And then, dear ones, our efforts will just be magnified many times, and the good in your heart will be seen, and will dance like rainbows of light across the sky. And we'll be able to see far more of the register of light available to us. We will feel more of the frequencies. Yeah, I'm getting a sense of just coming down out of the dense clutter, like this bandwidth of, what the world has caused us to live in, and just come down out of that to where it's clear, kind of the opposite analogy of the clouds, rising above the clouds to see the clear sky. This is like we need to come a little bit down. Oh, it's into ourselves and into the earth. Yeah. We need to do both. Rise above the clouds and also come down. So there's this bandwidth of like smog and just dirty, trashy noise and music that's distracting, and it's not the truth, and we need to just come down, anchoring ourselves in the heart, into connection with the planet, with the natural world, and leave that middle bandwidth behind until it can be broken up and dissolved, and we can enjoy the entirety of our planet and our existence again. Thank you all for staying in this long. It was a bit of a different session this time. I'm trying to be a little more open and let the elemental kind of voices come through. It might take me a little bit of practice. We will get there. Anyway, the energies come through regardless of what my little human mind thinks. I thank you all for your attendance, your beautiful attention, and your beautiful hearts. I invite you to just drift back gently to your own body, to your own space and time, and just feel yourself, make sure you're present and connected in. You haven't left any parts of yourself out there. Call all of you back. Make sure you haven't got any connections to anything else that you've picked up on the way. We're all responsible for our own space, our own energy, and just have that. You don't need to take on any connections and hooks from anywhere else. Cleanse your system. I do hope you feel grounded and connected and well. And all the very best for your day, your afternoon, your evening, and the weekend that's upon us and coming. And have a wonderful existence, everyone. Love you so much. Love the planet and loving myself. Take care.